All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak, Wadash, double honor to the elders and apostles and great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect. Shalom, Barakathum. This is your brother Yerad coming back at you with another lesson in transit. This is going to be a kind of a lamb back on the, or a part 2 of the video I did earlier from Elder Benata Zakba's video, which was titled MAGA Pastor suggest rebellious black men be put to death, okay? Something along those lines. And he's invoking a law, you know, which I went into recently, ironically enough, where you had that 12-year-old kid destroyed his mother's house, did like 70,000 worth of damage in his mother's house, destroyed everything. I mean, he literally destroyed everything. I mean, he broke granite countertops, smashed the toilet, ceramic toilets, okay? So I brought that out last week, and now you have this pastor suggesting that we enact Deuteronomy, I believe it's Deuteronomy 21 and 18, or maybe 18 and 21. I think it's Deuteronomy 21, where if your kid, okay, will not listen to you, then you drag them out into front of the gates, okay, and the mother and the father will testify, okay, and then depending on that judgment, you put his ass to death, man, your own kid. Now he's bringing this out for little rebellious jakes, man, okay, and see, now we're about to see the hypocrisy of these Christians, okay, because see, we're not allowed to quote the Bible. When we quote the Bible, you know, it's the Old Testament is done away with. But we're going to see if Vocab and all these other guys hop on, these guys invoking these Old Testament laws, man, the same way they do us, because we know the reason Vocab gets on us, okay? Well, number one, I believe he's an agent, but number two, he's just running interference for the church, man. He doesn't really care, okay? When the Christians say they care about you, what they really mean, they care about your money, they care about your wallet, okay? They care about controlling you, man. There's nothing worse than a passive-aggressive devil, man, a demon, okay? I was listening to Elder Yashawamba's video going in on it. These Christians, they don't really mean you any good when they go into things, man. They've had the power this whole time to clean Jake up, to get him out of that, to not, you know, to suffer this black culture, okay? You got a black church in every black neighborhood, man. But you still have what? Drugs, okay? This black gang culture, you know, women twerking culture, sagging their pants, all of this nonsense. It's never been cleaned up. Why? Because they're okay with you doing it. And these white Edomite Christians, they're okay. They never correct you either, man. Because they know that behavior is going to destroy you, man. They know that behavior makes you look bad. And the worse we look, the better they look. Because Esau doesn't look good because of his own merit. He looks good compared to us, man. Okay? That's why he's got to put us so farther down, push us so far down, so he looks good. But when you go past one layer of America and start analyzing and looking at things, you'll quickly see that this place is bullshit, okay? Everything is bullshit, man. Everything besides his weapons and the sword, everything is flimsy. Nothing is what it's marketed as, okay? Marketing alone is witchcraft in this society, okay? It's a play on psychology, okay? And now you have under this energy of ICE raids, okay, and immigration, which I was going into earlier, you're now being lumped into these things. So you have to ask yourself, why is that? Okay, where is this going? How did they quickly lump you in and associate you with them that quickly, man? Why did they let these so-called Venezuelan gangs right into your neighborhoods? Okay. I was watching a Jimmy Dore show. They closed down a school out there in Chicago because they didn't have the money, right? And then as soon as these migrants came over from Venezuela, they pulled $700 million out of their ass to house those Venezuelans in the school that they let shut down. So you didn't have the money to keep the school open, okay? But all of a sudden these migrants show up, and now you got $700 million to house them in these schools that you let close in Jake neighborhood. You see? Because see, it's all by design, man. And that, the scriptures say that in Jeremiah 50 that Judah and Ephraim were oppressed together, okay? And that's true, man. You look at the Western Hemisphere, that's the spirit, 161888. Call Halal Yahweh Shemi Shai, man. Been seeing a lot of these numbers lately. But when you look at the Western Hemisphere, okay, it all speaks 4 languages. They're all European, and it's Northern and Southern Kingdom primarily. The natives of South, Central, and North America, okay? The Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom that were brought here from West Africa, man, okay? All throughout the Caribbean, okay? They've been putting hell on us, man, for the better part of a half a century, okay? So this is the culmination of it now, okay? When this devil comes down having great wrath, accusing us of things, okay, putting us in categories, like it says that in Revelation 12 and 12, okay? Then you'll see this guy for what he truly is, man. But now it's too late, man. Now people aren't even upset at the fact that how violated the Constitution is, man. Okay? They didn't cry out when he violated the Constitution years ago. Really, Obama and Bush all been violating it. Okay? So they basically said to hell with the Constitution a long time ago, man. And it's probably before that. I'm just doesn't come to mind at the moment. You know? Like how are you perpetually at war, but yet Congress hasn't declared war since what, the 50s? You know, that's unconstitutional right there. Only Congress is supposed to authorize a war. Yet military spending is up. Trump is talking about, I want to spend $1 trillion. Okay, he's renaming the Department of Defense the Department of War. Okay, he's investing in the Iron Dome or the Golden Dome, I should say. You know. Why are these things happening? Because Jacob's trouble is on the horizon, and it be your own people, man. Okay, this guy, this pastor, this MAGA pastor, okay, the so-called black, you MAGA niggas about to get exposed, man. Okay, just like that. I forgot to send that in the chat, but that Northern Kingdom woman, she was singing, she was singing, "We will vote for Trump." They put the word vote. She was talking about voting for Trump, but they put the word vote because of the accent. We will vote for Trump. And then, you know, months later, they show her husband and somebody else in her family getting deported, man. All right? She was up there campaigning, singing the songs, you know. That's what's getting ready to happen to all of y'all, man. You know? All of these red pill MAGA guys, y'all are getting ready to crumble and fold, man. They've already bought up the media, okay? You saw what they did in 2020. That wasn't shit, man. What they getting ready to do, it's going to be far, far, far beyond that, okay? And we're here to warn our people, and only the elect are going to hear it. And that's perfect, okay? Because that's the only thing that we're concerned with is the elect. Okay, if you can't get it, if you can't see who this guy really is by this time, at this point, at this stage in the game, you ain't ever going to get it, man. You know? I don't know what else you need to see. The Lord is making moves, and America and democracy, that shit is over with, man. You know? You should really know who's running this place. And it ain't no goddamn democracy, man. You don't have a House of Representatives there that working on your behalf, or a Senate working on your behalf, man. Okay? Those people are there to calm you down when you riot. That's what they're there for. Okay? To sell snake oil, okay? To spin things and spin it into a narrative and not answer questions, okay? Only a politician can be asked a question, okay? Talk for 30 seconds straight, and then you don't get no answer out of it. You're more confused than you were. You have more questions, okay? After his answer. Why is that like that? Why does everybody just accept that? Because Esau is telling you what to do without telling you what to do. Okay, in Revelation 13, it says he has two horns like a lamb. Okay, but he spake as a dragon. The dragon is behind the lamb. Okay, it's really telling you what to do, but it's guising it as you have a choice, left or right, red or blue. You know, now everybody's starting to realize and come to the understanding that that was just a ruse, man. You know, and there's no shortage of sellout niggas, man. The Hodge twins, Anton Daniels, all of these guys. There's no shortage of them, okay? That are gonna get up there and flap their gums, talking about how black people need to do better. Well, black people are a creation of your so-called white ruler, man. Okay? We're not black. Okay? Black people is a fabrication. Okay? Black culture is a subculture of so-called white culture, man. Where do you think we get this from? Where do you think we get drive-bys from, man? Okay? Where do you think we get drug dealing from? Huh? Jake adds salt, okay? We're creative. We add life to a lot of things, okay? We make things more palatable, but it's all a form of death, okay? That's what you're pushing when you listen to this modern day music, okay? When you eat this modern day food, okay? When you go to these derelict areas, that's what's there for you, man. Okay? You got two choices: make Esau rich or die, man. Okay? It ain't nothing but a plantation. That's what it is. So, as the scriptures say, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Okay? And so we're warning you, man. The blood is off of our hands. You guys can go out there and march. They got a No King protest coming up soon, and try to march for change and you know, make a stand. Okay, go ahead, man. Okay. That lady said in Chicago, you know, he was like, F them kids. If they don't care about kids, they ain't gonna care about your black ass. You a grown adult, man. They gonna put that rifle bump stock to the back of your head, man. All right. And good, man, because we're ready for this shit to go down, man. Anyway, I might end it there, Lord willing. This is edifying. Call hello, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rachak Shalom, Kwam Yashro.